Let me ask you something straight up. What's really holding you back? Not the excuses we tell at the dinner table or the stuff we post online. I mean that quiet, honest answer that only comes when you're alone with your thoughts. Because if you're anything like I was, you've got a dream sitting in the back of your mind that keeps tapping you on the shoulder. Now, maybe it's starting that business that you've thought about for years. Maybe it's retiring early. Maybe it's just being able to breathe for once without that constant stress about bills or time or work. Look, whatever it is, I want to let you know that it is possible. But there's one thing that decides whether you actually reach it or not. And I got to tell you, it's not time, it's not money, it's not luck, it's belief. You see, every single result in your life, your income, your happiness, your freedom, it all started with what you believe. Okay? Whatever you believe is possible for you. Look, most people never even realize this. They go through life thinking their circumstances decide their ceiling, and they're wrong. Okay? The truth is, your beliefs are the blueprint that results are built on. Okay, I want you to think about that for a moment. Now, look, if you believe life is just about working hard, paying bills, and hoping for weekends, that's exactly the life that you'll live. If you believe that you're too old for change, you'll prove yourself right each and every time. But if you believe you can learn, grow, and build something new, look, you've already cracked the code most people never have. Okay, when I started down this path, I didn't believe I could do this. Okay, I was a security guard. I worked long hours. I worked overnight shifts. I barely saw my wife. There were nights I'd drive home as the sun was coming up, and I'd see people jogging, grabbing coffee, living their lives. And I'd think, when is it my turn? I used to tell myself, one day when I have more time, one day when we're caught up on bills, one day when things slow down. But here's what I learned. One day never comes because life doesn't suddenly, become perfect. You have to chase your dreams. You have to take them. And that started with one simple decision, deciding to believe it's possible. Look, Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And man, was he right. Because when I finally changed the question from, can I do this? To, what if I actually could? Everything shifted. I stopped looking at what could go wrong and I started imagining what could go right. I started seeing other people succeed in digital business. And instead of thinking, lucky them, I started thinking, why not me? And that thought, that tiny shift, it changed everything for me. Fear still tried to show up, of course, right? That voice in your head that says, what if I fail? What if people think I'm crazy? What if I'm not smart enough or tech savvy enough? But here's what I realized. Fear isn't a stop sign. It's a test. It's asking you, how badly do you really want this? The people who succeed aren't the ones without fear. They're just the ones who take action despite it. Because courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward even when you feel it. And that's where the Legacy Builder program came in for me. It gave me more than just a system or a strategy. It gave me a roadmap, something I could trust when I didn't fully trust myself yet. Look, it showed me how to build an automated business that runs even when I'm not working. How to finally take back control of my time, how to build belief through action. Because belief grows every time you do something that used to scare you. That first video, the first post, the first step. That's how confidence is built, through motion, not motivation. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to figure it out alone, right? You're going to be surrounded by over 56,000 people from all over the world who are doing the exact same thing. People who started scared, unsure, doubting themselves, and are now living proof that belief backed by action changes everything. You'll have a step-by-step training. You'll learn how to attract your perfect customer. You'll have automation doing the heavy lifting while you focus on living. Look, this isn't theory. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a proven system, one that's already changing thousands of lives. So if you're watching this right now, maybe you were meant to. Maybe this is that quiet little nudge that says, hey, it's your turn. Because if you're honest, you're not here by accident. Something in you knows you were made for more. Okay? You've just been waiting for permission to believe in it again. Well, consider this your permission. It's time. Time to stop letting fear write your story. Time to stop putting your dreams on the back burner. Time to believe in yourself again and back that belief with action. Look, if you're ready to finally stop doubting yourself and start building something real, do me a favor, click the link in my bio, check out the Legacy Builder program. You'll see exactly how to start your own automated online business, how to work just 2 hours a day, and how to finally build a life that works for you. Because belief is the spark, but action is the fire that keeps it going. Look, in our next video, video number 2 of 7 of these, we're going to talk about the biggest trap that keeps most people from ever escaping the grind, trading time for money. Trust me, that one's going to hit home. So take this with you today. You don't need more time, money, or luck. You just need one new belief. Because once belief is possible, you'll start seeing proof everywhere you look.